What's up, everybody? It's Paul Nye here with another guitar tutorial, this time for That's Who I Praise by Brandon Lake. This one's originally in the key of E flat, but I decided to do it today in the key of D, figuring that most people would probably bring this one down a half step in their churches. And if not, you can always just take everything I'm doing here, capo 1, move it up a fret. For this song, I am tuned in drop D, just so I can hit that low D on the hits in the chorus. I'll show you that when we get there. For my amp setup, I am running with 2 Tone X's. I was an early adopter of these units. I have the big box versions. Still really love them. I love having the screen. Today I'm using my buddy Jake Fauber's captures of his Benson Earhart and Benson Monarch, otherwise known as his Prince and Amelia pack on the Teddy Tone store. I'll link it below. Definitely check it out. I love all of Jake's captures. He does a great job, puts a lot of work into it. This is my clean tone. Again, I'm in drop D. I'll be on the bridge pickup here, and this is what it sounds like. Really nice edge of breakup sound there. Cleans up amazing when I go on my neck pickup. This song starts out with the hook that you'll hear repeated throughout the whole song after each chorus. And I think of it in 2 separate parts. There's the first half and the second half. And to start out, you'll be up here on the 17th fret of your E string. There's 3 notes. It goes 17, 15, 14. And now when I go from the 15th to the 14th, I'm just gonna do a pull off. So it'll sound a little bit like this. I'll pick it. Just like that. And now the second half, I'm gonna come down, still on the E string, but down to the 12th fret. And then there's just this little line that goes like this. Now breaking that down, it's gonna go from the 12th, hammer onto the 14th, pull off to the 12th, and then on the G string, your 14th fret, pick that, and then B string, 15th fret. Going to be using the Prime Cloud. I got this preset from Kenyon Reed. Definitely go check his stuff out over at Tone Factor. The MercuryX is an awesome reverb pedal, but If you don't want to spend a whole lot of time digging into the menus and fine-tuning your reverb sound, definitely go check out Kenyon's presets. They are a great starting point to getting a great sound. And this reverb, it's on the Prism algorithm of the MercuryX. Just a little stab here sounds like this. I'll also be using Jake Fauber's Teddy Tones delay preset here on the LVX, and this is what that sounds like. So you got a very wide ping-ponging effect on that 8th note delay. Put those two together, get a little bit something like this. Now, for fun, just because I have this microcosm, and I'm using a preset that I made. It's on the warp setting, and it's got like a reverse thing going on. I can't remember everything that I have set to it, so I can't really share the exact settings, but it just adds a nice little bed. By no means is it necessary, but it's just really fun. So with these 3 pedals on, it's going to sound a little bit like this. After the hook and that intro, we're gonna go into the first verse, and in the record, there's not a whole lot going on with the guitars, but since it's a tutorial, took some liberties to kind of have some fun, create some parts, and then really just with the microcosm, these ambient sounds are really, really inspiring. By no means do you have to play what I'm doing, but I will show you what I did in this tutorial. I'm up here on the 10th fret. The next part in the verse is going to be a really key part that is on the record. You definitely want to make sure you hit this part. So I'm going to be here on the 7th fret of the B string, and it's going to go a little bit like this. The next part of this verse will be up here on the 10th fret. Just note there's that pull off between the 8th and 7th fret, so it goes like this. And I'm landing there on the D string, 9th fret. So you put that all together with the effects up to speed. This is what that part in the verse will sound like. The next part of this song is probably my favorite part, and also the reason why I'm going to be playing this song in drop D. We have these really cool chords with the hits that start the chorus. The first is a 4 chord, but I'll be on the 5th fret, so I'll be barring the E and the A string. And then I'm going to add the 3rd on top on the D string, 9th fret, so it's going to sound like this. That's my 4 chord. And then I'm going to go to the 1 chord, but then also keep that 3rd on top. So it'll be open, open, 4th fret, D string. I'm using my 3rd gain stage, which is my case study Aspen. And with that on, it's going to sound a little bit like this. Right after those hits, I'm going to go into the main part that'll be repeated for every chorus. It's going to start on the 5. So I'm going to play this triad here on the 12th fret, 14th fret, 14th fret. That'll be my 5 chord. And then for the 6th chord, the B minor, I'm going to just bring my pinky up to the 15th fret, and it's going to sound like this. And then my 4 chord, I'm just going to let go of my ring finger, and I'm going to do 12, 12, 15. And then over the 1 chord of the song, I'm going to be playing A, which kind of creates some tension, and it'll just be an A triad. And for this one, I'm going to add in a dotted eighth on my El Capistan. That's going to sound a little bit like this. And then I add that in with the 8th note ping pong sound with the LVX, and then that'll create like a galloping sound. Sounds like this. And then also on this, I'll be adding a little bit of chorus just to give it some width. I'll be using my first gain stage, the Benson Preamp, and then I'll also turn off my reverb for this part of the song. Just let the delays and chorus play the main part. So up to speed, it sounds like this. So after that chorus part with the triads, it'll go into the hook again. And for this, I'm going to turn off my chorus. I'm going to turn off my dotted eighth. So only have the 8th note delay on the LVX. My reverb will go back on. And then I'll go from my first gain stage to my 3rd gain stage. Up to speed with all the effects, it's going to sound like this. The next part of the song is going to be the bridge, and this one, again, there's a first half and a second half. Be playing 2 separate things for this one. The first half, I'm going to be putting on a tremolo on my Mobius. I'm going to add the dotted eighth back on, and then I'll be turning off the reverb. Now, the one really cool thing with the Aspen that I really like is when you run it like this with the volume pretty much all the way up and the gain just boosted a little bit, it cleans up really, really nice. So for the bridge, I'll be playing these chords here. It's going to start on the 4, 5, 3, 4, go 4, 5, 3, 6. And with the tremolo, delays, and reverb off on this one, it's going to sound like this. The next part of the bridge, it starts building up, the energy gets higher. So I'm going to try to match that energy with the guitar. So I'm going to play this little riff, and the first time I play it, I'll play it down here at this register. And the second time, last time through the bridge, I'll bring it up an octave just to really build with the band in that part. Slow down, it's going to be like this. Then I'll bring it up the octave, up to the 12th fret. I'll slide into that note. Then here I'm going to go from the 17th, and then I'm going to slide it up into the 19th, so it'll go from the E to the F sharp. And then for this part, I'll have both delays on, no modulation on the Mobius, and then it'll have the Aspen overdrive. I'll also use the POG on the second half. So with all the effects, this is what the bridge lines will sound like. So there you have it. This has been the lead guitar parts for Brandon Lake's That's Who I Praise. I hope that this video has been a great resource for you as you're learning the song to play at your church. Please like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it helpful. And also just let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next. My goal is to be a resource to y'all, and I'd love to help you on your journey. See you soon.